Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I am sitting casting on the stitches for the front of Dagry's little short sleeve top, and I am using 3mm needles to do the rib because this wool is very fine. And I'll show I have the other piece here, put them on my knee. This is the back that I've done. I managed to get it finished. I just have to finish the front. I'm putting a little pattern up the front which Dagry asked for, and be a V-neck. And I think the pattern, the original packet, had a little pocket on here. But as you can see, this I done the rib on a 3mm needle because I tried it on 3.75, but the rib looked a bit loose. It's all right knitting up on 4mm needles, but the rib was not tight enough, so I'm doing it on 3mm instead of 3.25. Instead, it makes it a little bit tighter. So I'm casting on here, and I use the cable. You can see the cable cast on. You probably can't see very well on there, but you go in behind the stitch for the cable. Where you have the stitch like that, and you go behind the stitch. For anyone that doesn't know what cable cast on is, I don't do those. There's long tail cast on, there's thumb cast on, and I find this is the neatest way for me, so that's what I do. And I'm having to cast on 137 stitches. You need an odd number when you're doing a V-neck, because when you're putting the neck on, you have that one stitch in the centre that comes up the middle here of the V, and you go by the side of it. Well, if you don't have an odd number, you don't have that one centre stitch in the middle. So that's why I made this with made sure it had an odd number of stitches for. So that's 137 stitches I need to cast on. So I'll be doing a little bit of that. I might be going out to my bingo tonight. We have had snow last night, and there was a little bit of snow this morning, but it's been melting. But I'm not sure what it'll be like later on, because I do have to go through like a country road that's sort of like windy and that like that, and they don't grit those little country roads. So it's depend on what the temperature's like, whether it's turning to ice. But my friend's already been on messaging me and saying, see you at 7 o'clock, and I said it all depends on the weather. I'll keep you updated. You know, but she couldn't message back, and she says, but all the roads are clear. I says, yes, where you live they are. But I says, you don't have to go through a country road up where you live. I will let you know. Hey dear me, and the life thing, life depended on going to bingo. I haven't been for the last couple of weeks, and I haven't missed it actually. But anyway, before that, I had a delivery today. I'm going to show you what I got today. Well, it was actually last night. Well, my mail comes very late during the day, and I was away down my granddaughter's before the postman came, and I'm having a cup of coffee as well while I'm here. And it was posted through my door, so it was okay. It was a good sized thing, but it was quite flat, and it went through my letterbox all right. And I'm going to show you what I bought. More Zings. I have Zings from 2.75 up to 6mm And at the time when I got the ones I have got, I've had some bought for me by Sandra and Emma. Yes, I had a pair of Emma as well. But at the time, all I could get was up to the 6mm, and there are some patterns. I'm going to do some knit with some thicker wool and that, and so I bought a pair 650. Do the size 650, and this pair of 7mm, and they don't seem to have half sizes in between. The 7 goes on to an 8. So I've got the 8mm, the 9mm, and a 10mm. There was a size 12mm, but I don't think I'd ever get around to using anything that thick, because these 10, remember what was said, Sandra, about pokers? I think I will feel like I'm knitting with pokers with these ones. But I'm going to, when I get sorted out with the orders and things I'm going to knit some thicker yarn as well, and that, because it's actually quicker to knit some of the thicker stuff. I'll have a drink, yeah. So I actually bought, I wasn't going to ever bother with Etsy ever again. But I looked and I saw these on Etsy, so I thought I'm not putting anything on, I'm buying off Etsy. I'm just waiting to see what happens with the Etsy, because they put a reserve on my account. Probably because I don't put tracking on things, because you know, the price of things I charge, that's going to add extra for me, and I don't get very much to start with. So I'm waiting to see. That reserve was supposed to be on my account for 45 days. I think it was 45 days. So I'm keeping checking. If it goes off, I might go back on it again and see what happens. But I have had 2 more sales on my eBay account. And I'm not sure whether it's one of my subscribers that's bought, because I bought my coasters and a headband, you know, the headband ear warmer, something like that I had on. I don't know whether it's one of my subscribers. I've never asked the lady if she's my subscriber or not, but anyway, because she has bought from me before, from eBay, this lady, like. So I sent those off last night to her, because I only got the order yesterday, but there were, you know where it is, she ordered 2 things, like I'm saying, was the coasters and the headband. And I made myself a, I'll go and get what I made, I'll show you. Yeah, I made one of these, like what they have in the post office, but this is just cardboard. I took the measurement and I made it, but I made it just a slight fraction less. Probably hardly noticed, because I have went to the post office before with what should be a large letter, and because it was soft, I knew it was the right size, but because it was soft and it touched the sides and that, when it went through, they made me pay for a small parcel. So I made myself one of these, and I know if it goes through this, that it is a large letter, it is all right, and I'll argue with them at the post office. But if I know it's going to be like a large letter, that's I think it's under 100 grams, I can just put a stamp on, but if it's over that, I have to get it weighed at the post office. So I packed the 2 things up I had for eBay, and they were just slightly thicker than this thing, but I would have had to still take them to the post office for them to put through theirs, and because it was over the weight. And it would have cost me, for 2nd class post, it would have cost me £3.20. Well, I was looking at them thinking, one of those separate, I can put it 2nd class in a large letter. So I sent out 2 parcels, because they both were under 100 grams. And I even put cord in to stiffen it and went through here. Well, I knew it would go through here without any trouble at all. And I always keep a few second class large letter stamps in my purse for things that I know that I can post myself. So instead of costing me £3.20 for a small second class parcel, I posted 2 separate parcels and put a little note in to tell the lady that that are 2 separate parcels in case they don't come on the same day. So I got 2 for, I think it's 96p I paid for the stamps. So that's what 2.96 is, £1.90. £1.92 I think, isn't it? My mind's not working this morning. But it costs a lot less than if I put them both in one parcel. So something like that comes in handy for me anyway. Yeah, I'll put my needles down there. And you know, I have, when I've done this for Daggery, I have a cardigan to do for a granddaughter in that blackberry stitch pattern that I did a little while ago. And it's in the King Cole Beaches in the Panama beaches, which seems to be the most popular. And I have to do one, I have 4 balls of that, and I have to do one for Daggery. You know, so another lady's asked me to do a couple, one for a 2.5-year-old, and I forget what age. I'll have to message her and make sure I've got the right ages for the cardigans. But I have tried everywhere to get that beaches, that King Cole Beaches with the Panama Beach one. It seems to be the most popular. It's the like pink and lilac and those colours. The ones I showed that I did a little tutorial on how to do the stitch, and it was that colour. And it's just everywhere I've tried is out of stock. I just cannot get that one anywhere. All the other ones are in stock, but that Panama one, it must be the most popular one. And I'm just having a lot of trouble getting it. So, and anyway I can get it. I did get 4 balls from eBay for just under £12, which was good because it made the price of the balls only £3. But everywhere else wants £4 and more for a ball of it, which is more than I'm willing to pay, because it means I have to charge people a lot more for what I'm knitting because of the price of the wool. But I just do not like paying that for something when others can sell it for £3. So I'm going to have to message the other lady and tell her that to have a look at the King Cole Beaches and see if there's a different colour that she would like, because I just cannot get that Panama one, which is annoying and all because it is a really nice one. But there are some other nice colours in the beaches one. But if it's not, if I can't do it in that one, I mean, I have plenty other wool, even just plain colours. That the blackberry stitch is nice and plain colours, because I used to do a lot of knitting when I had my knitting machine. I used to do a lot of those like sweaters and cardigans with that pattern on, and just plain simple colours, and they always look really nice. So that's just my little bit for today, and I'm going to do as much knitting as I can before I decide whether I'm going out tonight or not. I still have got this cold, really. It's still affecting my nose and making me cough a little bit, so I only hope if I do go out that I don't start coughing in the middle of the bingo, because I'll be getting dirty looks. That's what happens with these colds, isn't it? You end up with coughs and things like that as well. Not just the COVID, you don't have coughs with just the COVID, you're getting with colds as well. But this cold's been lingering for 2 weeks now, and I'm finding it hard to get rid of it. But anyway, that's my bit for now, so thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time, so bye for now.